Boys, today we're gonna do something a little bit different. It's a very rare thing when we get to see the champion actually defend the belt against someone that we really want them to defend it against. So because of that, today we're gonna go through every single champion in the UFC. We're gonna give them one fight that I want to see the most, starting with heavyweight, finishing off at the women's strawweight division. So to begin this, no, these aren't going to be very realistic fights, I'm not going to lie. Some of them, yes, some of them are like the number one contender taking on the champion, but some of them are going to be the champion taking on unranked number 50th fighter, stuff like that. I even have a special one of someone who's not even in the UFC, but we'll save that till we get to that. But starting off heavyweight division, I think this is a pretty clear, unanimous decision. Everybody would love to see this fight. You know, the champion Tom Aspinall defending his undisputed belt against the interim title holder Jon Jones. Now, don't come at me in the comments because Tom Aspinall had to defend his interim heavyweight title before Jon Jones defended his undisputed title. So at this point, Tom Aspinall is the real heavyweight champion, while Jon Jones, you know, he's the interim in my opinion. And yeah, this is probably the most hyped up fight in heavyweight. And maybe not history, but definitely in the current heavyweight roster. Would I like to see Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones, one of the two fight someone like a Francis Ngannou? Yeah, that would be great. But right now, this is my number one pick. Will this fight ever happen? I would say it's about 50-50. I'm not going to lie. Let's move down though. Light heavyweight division, Alex Pereira. This is being recorded before a few title matches go down. So we're just doing August 8th, 2024. Whoever is a champion, that's who we're putting here. So light heavyweight, Alex Pereira. I would love to see, you know, the trilogy, the rematch of him versus Israel Adesanya at light heavyweight. Give Izzy, you know, a half a year to bulk up to light heavyweight, finish off the trilogy. They're 1-1 in MMA, and yeah, finally put to bed who's the best out of these two. We can all agree that, you know, let's just not take into consideration the kickboxing. Let's just have this be the trilogy to 100% just decide who the best is out of these two fighters. Moving down, middleweight division, currently Dricus du Plessis. There's a good few solid matchups here, but I'm not gonna lie, I would love to see Chimaev take on DDP for that belt. Now, I think mainly it stems to because we had Chimaev so highly regarded. You know, we would expect this guy to be a 3-weight division champion, and you know, man hasn't even got one shot at the belt. So I think it's more about the fact of getting Chimaev a title shot than actually the matchup itself. Don't get me wrong, I think this would be a fun matchup. Again, more like a 50-50 type matchup of who I think would win. Also, is this a realistic matchup? I mean, if things fall into the right place, if Dricus beats Adesanya, if Chimaev beats Whitaker, more likely than not, this is going to be the next matchup for these two guys if they do win those matchups. But again, one of the fights that, especially in that middleweight division, there's not much hype in that middleweight division right now. Yes, we have Strickland. Yes, we have someone like a Whitaker always looming around, but I think it's more of the unknown with Chimaev. But moving down, welterweight division, currently Bilal Muhammad. This is a fight that would probably never happen, but I would love to see Bilal Muhammad take on Islam Makhachev at welterweight. I think it's just a very fun, stylistic matchup. Do I think Makhachev could get it done? I mean, Yes, I think Makhachev could get it done. Will it be a hard fight for Makhachev? Yeah, I think Bilal Muhammad is almost a mirror match for Islam. I think Islam has the better striking, but do we know what he looks like at that welterweight division? Absolutely not. So a lot of what ifs going into this one. Again, a fight that would 100% never happen. Bilal Muhammad said he would never fight Islam, so it is what it is. Going down to that lightweight division though, we have Islam Makhachev again taking on, mainly because I think I'm overhyping this guy just a little bit, but I think this would be such a fun matchup. Maya Tibek, Oral Bai, getting his title shot. I believe this guy's ranked in the top 25, so would love to see him versus Islam. And you know, right now the top 15 is just a bunch of almost rematches and just fights that I'm not very interested in. Let's quickly look at it right now. I'll quickly see what the rankings are for that lightweight division, because like I said, there's not a lot of rematches, but just a lot of fights that I'm just not personally interested in. Number 1, Arman Tsarukyan. Am I that, hyped up to see that rematch? Not really. Charles Oliveira, love my boy Du Bronx. Would I be excited to see that? Yeah. Do I need to see it? No. Justin Gaethje, there are some problems that Justin Gaethje could show against Islam, but do I think he gets it done? No. Dustin Poirier, we just saw that one. Mateusz Gamrot, I don't think he stands a chance against Islam. Michael Chandler, a lot of people say Chandler is the kryptonite for Islam, but that guy has negative fight IQ, so at the end of the day, not really interested in seeing that one. Beneil Dariush, not interested. Fiziev, is not as interesting as Orolbai. Max Holloway would be a fun matchup, but I don't think he stands a chance on the ground for Islam. I think if Islam gets him down on the ground, it's over. Moicano would be a fun matchup. Dan Hooker, we've already seen that one. Benoit Saint-Denis, don't care to see it. RDA, don't really care to see it. Paddy Pimblett, I mean, build-up would be fun, but I would much rather straight up just watching the fight, not like the build-up or anything. I think the Orolbai fight would be so fun. Let's move down to the featherweight division. Ilia Topuria. Bunch of matchups we could be made here. I would have said someone like a Max Holloway, but Max Holloway is going to be fighting him in a few months from now, so not going to put that there. I'm going to surprise a bunch of people and say Diego Lopez. Again, maybe it's because, this guy is on a hot streak right now. Maybe he's going to get exposed against someone like a Brian Ortega next month in the Sphere card. Maybe that will happen in this fight, I won't care about. But right now, Diego Lopez is looking insane. This would be a fun matchup, almost like a mirror matchup. I do think Ilia Topuria is a little bit better than Diego Lopez. Lopez needs to work on that cardio, but I think it'd be a fun matchup for as long as it lasts. Moving down, Bantamweight division, Sean O'Malley. I've seen a lot of people have this take. Sean O'Malley, Peyton Tabit. I think that would be one of the best fights you can make at that Bantamweight division, regardless of ranking and stuff like that. Just skill for skill, style for style. This is probably one of the more entertaining style fights on this entire list that I have. And it's hard to pick someone else that I would be as hyped up to watch than that in that Bantamweight division. Let's just go to the top 10. Right now we have Merab, we're seeing that. Umar Nurmagomedov, I don't really care to see that. Peter Yan, I do think Sean O'Malley will get it done over Peter Yan again, mainly because I don't see Peter Yan. I see Peter Yan having 2 foot out of the door already, to be honest. I was going to make next time Peter Yan is scheduled to fight, I'm going to have a whole video breaking down why I don't think he's going to be champion again, because there's some signs there. But Corey Sandhagen, I think that would be a good stylistic matchup, but I think Sean O'Malley would actually finish Corey Sandhagen just because what we saw with him against Umar. Davis and Figueiredo would be a fun matchup. Henry Cejudo, don't care to see. Cheeto, we already saw that one. Song Yadong, Jose Aldo would be my next one to pick. Rob Font, Mario Batista, the list goes on and on. I think regardless of where Peyton Tabit is in the rankings, I think this is one of the best fights you could make. Let's keep moving down though. And to be honest, a lot of this stuff, a lot of the guys that I'm putting here could get fraud checked and I could care less about it, but till that happens, these are the listings. Moving down, flyweight division. Alexandre Pantoja, there's only one name in that flyweight division that's super big right now, and that's Muhammad Mokaev. Bring this guy's ass back into the UFC. Pay him chump change. Get him to fight Pantoja. If he loses, cut him again. If he wins and it was a boring decision, cut his ass again. Who cares? At the end of the day, flyweight, nobody really cares. And yeah, Muhammad Mokaev, I think that'd be a fun matchup. I'm not going to put someone like a Mighty Mouse here just because, a little bit too old, a little bit past his prime, semi-retired as well. So Muhammad Mokaev would be my pick for flyweight. I don't know who else to pick for flyweight. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments below your guys' full list of heavyweight all the way down to women's strawweight, because I would love to see your guys' opinion, because to be honest, I think I got the best opinions. But let me know, am I missing someone? Because right now I think all of these fights are stacked. But let's quickly finish down with the women divisions. Bantamweight division, Raquel Pennington. I mean, the only real fun fight I could see is against Kayla Harrison, unless we're pulling out someone like an Amanda Nunes. But Kayla Harrison, Raquel Pennington are, to be fair, I think the best fight to make for a title shot right now on active fighters would be Juliana Pena taking on Kayla Harrison. I think that's the best title fight for Bantamweight. But right now, we have Raquel Pennington, Kayla Harrison. Raquel Pennington scheduled to fight. I think it's been confirmed. Juliana Pena, I'm not too sure, but that's why Juliana's not here. But I still think Kayla Harrison might be the most entertaining bantamweight fighter that we have currently, so that's why she's here. Flyweight division, Alexa Grasso, Macy Barber. I think this would be a fun matchup, a good stylistic matchup, and to be honest, a very even matchup. I do think Grasso would get it done, but I think it would be one of the more fun fights you can have at Flyweight. Then finishing it off, Strawweight division, Zhang Weili taking on Tatiana Suarez. I think this is the next matchup that they're gonna do, unless they do the Janaribia fight. If I'm Weili, I'm taking the Janaribia fight before I'm taking the Suarez fight, because in my opinion, Tatiana Suarez clears Zhang Weili and is a new dominant strawweight champion. But the only thing that sucks is Tatiana don't want to be fighting. She hardly fights. Her last fight was back in 2023, a full year ago now, August 5th, where she submitted Andrade. After that, semi-active. Before that, fought on February 2023. But then after that, I think she was like injured June 8th, 2019. So she hasn't been the most active. I do think she is going to be the new champion if or when she gets her title shot. But that being said, you guys have to let me know in the comments below, what are your guys' fantasy championship matchups for every single champion in the UFC? Here are mine. I think I cleared this, I'm not gonna lie, but you guys have to let me know in the comments below. We are on that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers. Your boy has been growing like crazy, so thank you guys. Pause. And yeah, this should be uploaded Friday. I am heavily debating, more likely not gonna go live for the Tybura Spivak fight, probably the whole card, I'm not gonna lie. So if you guys do want to watch that, subscribe with those post notifications turned on so you don't miss that live stream. And yeah, there's really not that much else left to say, except for I will see you guys in my next video.